Welcome to the Wellness Lab Digest, where we help you to absorb powerful, life-changing insights from top wellness experts with our daily bite-sized wellness podcast summaries. Each episode is packed with distilled, powerful takeaways to boost your health and well-being. To support this podcast, please scroll down on whatever app you're listening. Ratings and reviews are helpful. Even better, just send the show to a friend. Check out our sponsors at the bottom of the page, or simply click the Support the Show link below the episode description. Here's something that might surprise you. While most people spend billions on anti-aging creams and supplements, the most powerful tool for keeping our brains young costs absolutely nothing: exercise.
That's fascinating. And what's even more interesting is how the latest research shows just 150 minutes of weekly movement can dramatically improve cognitive function.
Well, let me share something that really caught my attention from the neuroscience data. Even small bursts of activity, what researchers call movement snacks, can create measurable improvements in brain performance.
Could you explain more about these movement snacks? The term itself is quite intriguing.
So picture this. Instead of sitting for 8 hours straight, you're taking 2 to 3 minute movement breaks throughout your day. Studies show these micro exercises can increase blood flow to the brain by up to 15% and boost cognitive performance almost immediately.
You know what's really compelling about this research? It completely challenges the notion that we need intense workouts to see brain benefits.
Exactly right. And here's where it gets even more interesting. Recent studies have found that people who incorporate these movement breaks show a 23% improvement in memory function compared to those who remain sedentary.
That's exactly the kind of practical insight people need to hear. What about the long-term impacts?
Well, the data on long-term benefits is pretty remarkable. Research shows that regular exercisers have up to 40% lower risk of developing cognitive decline. And here's the kicker. Strength training appears to be particularly powerful.
Oh, tell me more about the strength training connection. That's not something most people associate with brain health.
So get this. Resistance training increases something called brain-derived neurotrophic factor, or BDNF, by up to 30%. It's like fertilizer for your brain cells, promoting new neural connections and protecting existing ones.
And I understand there's also this fascinating connection with stress reduction and sleep quality.
Absolutely right. The research shows that regular exercise can reduce cortisol levels by up to 25%, while improving sleep quality by as much as 65%. But here's what's really interesting. The timing of exercise matters too.
Well, that makes so much sense when you consider how interconnected our body systems are.
And speaking of connections, let's talk about creatine. Most people think it's just for bodybuilders, but studies show it can improve cognitive processing speed by up to 15% when combined with regular exercise.
That's such an unexpected finding. It really shows how nutrition and movement work together.
You know what else is fascinating? The social aspects of exercise can multiply these benefits. Group activities have been shown to increase cognitive benefits by an additional 12% compared to solo exercise.
It's like we're discovering that movement is just one piece of this larger brain health puzzle.
Right, and here's something that might blow your mind. Studies show that varying your exercise routine can increase neuroplasticity by up to 20% more than sticking to the same activities.
So what you're saying is that mixing up our movement patterns actually creates new neural pathways.
Exactly. And the research suggests that activities combining physical movement with learning new patterns, like dance or martial arts, can boost cognitive function by up to 35% more than simple repetitive exercises.
This really changes how we should think about exercise, doesn't it? It's not just about physical fitness anymore.
And here's the most empowering part. These benefits are accessible to everyone. Studies show that even people who start exercising in their 70s can reverse brain aging by up to 2 years within just 6 months of regular activity.
That's such a powerful message to end on, the idea that it's never too late to start.
Well, if there's one thing to remember, it's this. Every movement counts. Whether it's a 2-minute movement snack or an hour-long workout, you're literally building a better brain with every step you take. Thank you for listening to the Wellness Lab Digest. If you have received value from the podcast, I have 3 asks of you. 1, share the show with your friends and send them a link to the show. 2, please leave a rating and review in whatever app you're listening. And last but not least, please let me know what topics you would like us to cover in the future. You can contact me by sending me a message using the Send Us a Text link below the episode description.